The pacer frame is the skeleton to which all prompts are clamped. The whole purpose of the pacer is to promote mobility through prompt reduction. That's why there are no prompts permanently fixed. This top bar enables these clamps to be attached anywhere. The pacer comes in 3 sizes, and the height of each frame can be adjusted with these triggers. The recommended height of the top bar is at the user's waist. Joan has progressed to the point where she only needs the frame to support her. Handholds can be used to provide a better grip. With nothing in front of her, Joan is free to move.
Come on, Joan, keep going.
Another great feature of the frame are these latches, which enable you to collapse the frame for storage. Or to take it home with you. Depending on the size of your car's trunk, you may be able to load it with the prompts attached. One of the best things about the pacer is the rotational chest prompt. Riften makes 3 sizes of chest prompt for trunk support and, when tilted, forward leaning. This is the medium one. Here we have it attached directly behind the main frame uprights. The clamps can be on the inside or outside of the frame, depending on the width of user. The containment strap goes in the front and helps hold the pads together. The back opens for easy transfer. Loosen these 2 knobs for both the tilt and width adjustments. Although they work separately, the 2 sides should be adjusted equally. Tighten to secure it in its new position. To adjust the width, first loosen the front straps, then the knobs. Tighten the straps for full support. To make it even wider, move the clamps to the outside of the top bar. Before tightening the knob, slide the clamp to the right position. You can adjust the height with a push of a button.
Peter, who we were working with, has really too much extensor tone, and in the past, when we've tried putting him in any gait trainers, he would tend to pick up the front of the walker, and the extensor tone would just pull him over backwards, which made it very difficult to even attempt walking with him. Now with the pacer, with the new trunk support, we're able to inhibit some of that extension by tilting it forward, which allows him to start utilizing some more flexors in his legs, so he can bring the legs forward, brings the weight forward onto his arms as opposed to just throwing himself backwards into extension. If we can get him forward and keep the good pelvic alignment, then he's able to start walking.
How do you adjust the arm prompts to support and position the user in the best way? Let's take a closer look. First, choose a location along the top bar. The clamp can be placed at the sides or along the front bar. Then, pick which side of the top frame the clamp should go. I'm going to switch this one to the outside. Like the chest prompt, the arm prompts can be adjusted up and down. Depending on the user, you may want the armrests at different heights. The arm prompt should be placed at the elbow height of the user. To move it laterally, loosen this knob under here. The same knob allows you to rotate and adjust the angle. Make sure the knob is loosened well to make this easy. In adjusting the arm prompt for more lateral support, place the arm prompt post pointing forward. Rotating the arm prompt disc provides further adjustability for forward positioning. Tighten to lock it in place. The handhold is also fully adjustable just by loosening this knob. With the soft loops against the skin, straps are comfortable. Make sure they are not fastened too tightly.
This is brand new, so you gotta see how this fits you. You gotta make it fit you perfectly, okay?
Oh boy, this will be cool.
Some children who have like hemiplegias, with one side of their body's more involved than the other, and it's nice that you could take the arm prompts off, move them closer to the person or further away to accommodate those postures. And I mean, one prompt might look completely different than the other when you look at it without a child in it, but when that child's in it, you understand why it's set up that way. The pacer allows that.
Go, go.
Big steps,
Look
big
at
steps.
me!
The hip positioner is designed to help the user gain the best possible position for gait training. The placement and length of the straps is key. To install the hip positioner, first place the handholds towards the back of the top bar. Like the chest and arm prompts, you can adjust the height with a push of a button. With these clips, attach the front two straps. This is a good place to attach it when the user is in an upright position. You may also attach it to the arm prompts. Because the prompt positions the pelvis, the strap should be the correct length. Think of it as a bicycle seat. It should be level or angled upward slightly so that weight bearing occurs comfortably. This pad can be attached on the hip positioner for more user comfort. When the user is forward leaning, the anterior straps can be placed in front of the mainframe uprights or on the chest prompt posts for a more posterior placement of the pelvis. When the user is in extreme forward leaning, the anterior straps can be placed here or on the chest prompt bar. When using the handholds, the back straps clip on here. For safety, the back straps only come off when the rings are vertical.
When we were first positioning him, he wouldn't move. I was watching him from a distance, and I was able to just change the hip positioner and actually raise him up a little bit more so he had enough toe clearance, and then he took off. What are you doing, Mario? Are you flying?
Not walking.
You're walking. Let me see you walk
Go get
faster.
Pat.
Go,
Go get Pat. Go get Pat. Go get Pat, dude.
For a user who requires very little support and is positioned posteriorly, the handholds can be taken off and the straps clipped onto the top bar. The thigh prompts are strapped to the user's leg and swing freely in stride. They prevent scissoring and straighten the legs to keep the body from twisting during walking motion.
Miss Pam went to get those M&Ms. Good job walking.
Like the other prompts, they can be moved along the top frame. For most users, they should be placed behind the chest prompt with the clamp on the outside. Medial, lateral, and height adjustments can be made with these two knobs.
Anthony tends to exhibit a lot of scissoring when he's ambulating, especially when he's not focused. So when we put the thigh prompts on him, and we were able to take that control away from him and not let him have to think about that, and he was more focused on what was in front of him and how to move his legs instead of catching his heels behind his own feet from the scissoring.
A common problem when learning to walk is scissoring. The pacer's ankle prompts help prevent this. To install the ankle prompts, simply insert the rod like this. Push, pull, and let go. For some, these ankle prompts are all they need to help them to mobilize well, but others benefit even more when you can adjust their stride length. The Riften Pacer allows you to do this very easily with these simple spring clamps. Just give them a squeeze and move them where needed. Straps should be secure, but not tight.
Put down. Now we're going to go walking.
You won't find pacer casters anywhere else. Designed to help the user and the caregiver, they feature variable drag, swivel lock, directional lock, and brakes. Let's take a closer look at how they work. For stronger users, or those who tend to start quickly, the drag function applies resistance to the caster. This will help guide a user who veers to one side during gait. Added resistance can also promote strengthening. Choose the desired level of resistance by simply rotating the dial from the rabbit to the turtle. The disc that applies the friction is made from the same material used in car brakes. For users who need help controlling the pacer, this front lever can be pushed down to prevent the caster from swiveling. To engage the swivel lock, line up the lever with one of the two notches and depress the lever into the notch. Lock the two rear casters to eliminate slipping sideways while walking. Each caster can be set so that its wheels turn only in one direction. To activate this feature, push this lever to the upper position. While moving forward, the wheel will make a slight clicking sound and lock when attempting to roll backward. This feature is helpful for users who involuntarily roll backward while trying to walk. The brakes are a must for transferring. The large lever makes it easy to operate with your foot. Release the brake by depressing the top part of the pedal. The brake itself is made of stainless steel, so it will never rust or wear. Each caster has a brake. All this in a tough, fiber-reinforced plastic shell that keeps out dirt and strings. The new casters are retrofittable to old pacers. You may order a set of 4 casters to replace older wheels.
This, to us, is the first step of the rest of Sean's life. We're giving him the ability to walk again. It's the Riften Pacer Gait Trainer. And Dr. McCain, in all her experience, said that this is the one device that can lead him to walking again.
It's a device that's perfect for patients like Sean because it has a lot of support. but then you can also sort of peel away the support as he gets better. It has a chest prompt, so it gives him support at his chest. It has arm supports, it has thigh supports, so it can give him all the stability that he needs, but as he gets better, I can take some of that stability away because he has the ability to move his legs, but he doesn't have the stability in his trunk and in his neck and in his upper body to be able to propel himself over ground by himself. But he needs to be able to walk a lot to be able to learn the skill. He can't do it coming to therapy twice a week for an hour. So he has to be able to walk outside of therapy, and this device will let him do that.
Yeah, that's good. Bring this one back to me.
Yeah, move your leg back here, big guy. Bring this leg back. Bring your right leg back. There you go, perfect. Now stand up really straight. So whatever position you really like, then you need to tighten this baby down. Limping? Feel okay? What we're trying to do with Sean is to get him to relearn how to control his own movements. When we first started working with Sean, we had him on the treadmill so that he could repattern just the basic leg movements, so that he could remember sort of how to reciprocally step one foot after the other, and now he can really do that. We don't have to move his legs for him at all. But what now he's having a hard time with is learning where to put his body in space so that he can shift his own weight and learn to propel his own body. So that's really sort of where we are now. He has limitations in his body. He's tight in some places and stiff, and it's different than before his injury. So now he has to learn how to move his body with those limitations. So the gait trainer is a great tool because it gives him stability while he learns to move in his new body, so to speak, because he really hasn't had the chance to do that since his brain injury. Don't pick up that other one until you feel all the weight on this foot. That's it. Now move it. He's come a long way. A long way. I think the future is great for Sean.
He's really progressing quickly, especially since he's been sitting in his chair for over 4 years.
I'm in heaven.
This, to us, is the first step. Experience said that this is the one device that can lead him to walking again.
Sean, because it has a lot of support, but then you can also sort of peel away the support, thigh supports, so it can give him all the ability to move his legs, but he doesn't have the stability in his trunk and his neck. He needs to be able to walk a lot to be able to therapy, and this device will let him do that.
Yeah, that's good. There you go, perfect. Now stand up really straight. Okay. What we're trying to do with Sean is to get him to on the treadmill so that he could repattern just the basic leg movements, so that he could remember. But what now he's having a hard time with is has limitations in his body. He's tight in some places and stiff. Stability while he learns to move. He's come a long way. Quickly, especially since he's been sitting in his chair for over 4 years.